Welcome to Science, Health and Healing Library of Children's Health Core. I'm Dr. Majid Ali. The subject of this article is the oxygen model of cancer, evidence from the spiritual domain. Now, this article is likely to be celebrated by some and it might bring chagrin to some others. Some people who look at cancer primarily a matter of test tubes in the laboratory are going to be troubled what I'm going to say. But I have strong and valid reasons for including this. In part 2 of this channel, Oxygen Model of Cancer, I give you the evolution of this model in my mind. And I retrace my work as a pathologist, my early publications in peer-reviewed journals, publication of my book, my work with the fields of nutrition, environmental medicine, energy healing, and now to the subject of spiritual equilibrium. I'll tell you briefly what it is. It's a vast subject. I have some patients who are living for years with metastatic cancer. They live pain-free, they live active, productive lives. Amazingly, I also have a single case of a woman with smoker's lung cancer, biopsy proven, highly malignant, who 11 years after the diagnosis, without surgery, without radiotherapy, without chemotherapy, is alive. She's a writer and she does her work in New York City. When I look at extraordinary cases like this, I ask myself, what is the secret? We take care of all our patients with equal diligence: hydrogen peroxide infusion, power detox, blood detox, liver detox, antioxidant enzymes, antioxidants, herbs, spices. So it's a complete program. Castor oil rubs, peroxide for soaps. But I scratched my head and I said, but what is so special about this subgroup of people who go on for years and years, sometimes, as I said, with aggressive cancers without surgery, radiotherapy or chemotherapy, and sometimes they've had radiotherapy or they may have had surgery, but the tumor is there, metastatic. And the common denominator in them, it seems to me, is that they can access deep, visceral, intuitive sources of healing in their consciousness. They live lives beyond cancer. They see the doctors whom they trust, but they recognize that their life's work is not to read about cancer and pay attention to all the newspaper articles on the radio and the television and be frightened all the time. They realize that their job is to do their life's work, and they are going to see doctors and nurses who they can trust to do their part. So I consider this as the spiritual evidence for the oxygen model of cancer. Why oxygen model of cancer? Because I will tell you that when you learn to live beyond cancer, all that spiritual equilibrium, all that ethical equilibrium, all the work of compassion and self-compassion, it opens up your arteries, it brings more oxygen, you breathe more slowly, you build less acids, your arteries open up. In other words, you create those oxygen conditions which control cancer cells. You decancerize metabolically the cancer cells by harnessing the energy of healthy cells. And then in segments 9 and 10 of this program, I have told you how pre-genes, which is my term, please watch those two segments, are more important than genes. Children's Health Core was funded and founded by Talat, my wife, and I for our vision and mission of providing authentic information untainted by corporate deceptions or by these ideologue activists who don't study cancer. For the welfare of children all over the world, authentic information for their parents, teachers, grandparents, and also for honest, serious-minded public health policymakers. Please visit our website www.kids123.org. Should you wish to support our vision, please Google this question, how can I help? And then add Kids123 and Google will take you to the page and will give you some suggestions. Until we meet again, may you be gracious, graceful, and generous in your spirit. Thank you.